Hi everyone. So today we were going to talk about diets and various diets and what's good and bad about them, but I thought we should probably talk about anxiety because anxiety is an ever increasing problem today. And so just for fun, I went onto Google and typed in cure anxiety just to see what the generic advice is. And it's not bad, but it's not something that you can actually implement when you're anxious. For instance, they suggest get a good diet. No mention as to how, but if you're hanging on a thread, going to the fridge and getting out some vegetables is probably not going to help. Another one was get more sleep. And if you've ever tried to go to sleep when you're feeling anxious, you will know it's not going to work. What else have we got? Oh, yes. Avoid caffeine. Now, there's a grain of truth in that. Caffeine can make us quite jittery, but if you're someone that gets up in the morning and you really love your coffee and it's what gets you going, you've probably already checked out of that article, and I don't blame you. There was a couple of good points in there, and one of them was move more. And this actually does not cure anxiety straight away, but if you walk, move, you can turn music on, dance around the kitchen, just get out of your chair and move. Don't sit there and stew. This really does help to change your state, change your mood. And I'm sorry about the rooster in the background. He's just decided he's going to start singing. I don't know if you can hear him or not. And another one is deep breathing. Now, this actually does work very well, and it's something that we can do in the moment. Deep breathing means breathing not out into your lungs, but right down into the diaphragm. And there's a reason for this. It's when you breathe deeply into the diaphragm, it activates the vagus nerve, which in turn activates the parasympathetic nervous system, and it does have a relaxing effect. So the idea is to breathe in through your nose, just hold it for a couple of seconds and then breathe out. And if you make sure that that out breath is longer than the in breath, this has a really calming effect. So there were the 2 points that I took away from that article. But really, I think with anxiety, and I have had anxious moments, and what really triggers me if something's not working on my computer, I can get quite agitated even thinking about it. Okay. Really, it's in the mind. There's thoughts that you entertain in your mind. And sometimes it's worth checking in daily and from moment to moment, just ask yourself, what am I thinking? Is it something that's going to help me, or am I just letting one thought follow the other? And you can change the thoughts if you're conscious of doing this, because anxiety is really a series of thoughts getting faster and faster and accelerating and just getting to a point where you can't control your thinking anymore. So do that before it starts. Just be aware of what you're thinking. And even if you can have a list of positive thoughts that you can replace these negative, unhelpful thoughts with, that's really helpful. Another thing is you are not your thoughts. You may feel like you are, but you're not. And even when your mind's racing, sometimes, are you conscious of a still little voice inside? And that's the real you, the rational you. And this is what we want to recognize. And if you feel yourself getting stressed, if you feel yourself getting anxious, just in that moment, just pause and stop. It's a conscious decision and something that, given enough practice, you can make it unconscious. So that's probably it. Gratitude is a great thing to practice. Just being grateful for anything, any small thing, what's good that's happened today. And one of my big gratitudes is being able to talk to people all over the world that I would never have been able to do, even probably 15 years ago. And having people that I know in the US, in England, it's just fantastic when you sit down and think about it. So I think I've rambled on enough. So, yeah, watch those thoughts. Remember that you are not your thoughts. You have a choice. Choose your thoughts wisely. Practice gratitude. And someone asked me, is there something you can actually take apart from drugs and diazepam? And there is. It's called, it's a herb called St. John's wort. Now, I have tried it. It doesn't work for me, but it does work for some people, so it's worth a try. I think you can get it in capsules or in tea bags. So give that a try and just keep positive and keep smiling, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.